Well, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see.
This picture. Within the picture lies a critical contradiction to the testimony up until now. I think it's the jacket, 100%. There's no hole in it.
Yeah.
There's no hole in it.
A contradiction.
So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out?
Yeah, it's definitely the sleeve. And I think it's this sleeve, because we always see it from the front, so this would be the same sleeve. It's this sleeve here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Take that! Please direct your attention here.
To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it.
Exactly. Tap. And that is what is so odd. Something about that should be there is suddenly missing.
Should be there?
There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well.
Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this.
She has health now. I wish. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument.
Don't celebrate yet.
You like to bring down the mood, don't you?
Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face.
She smiles no matter what. She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again.
A curtsy? Jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor, I would like to extend my arm and an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools.
What do you mean? And what incompetent fools?
If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case.
I hate her.
You hate her because
I
you
see.
eat her.
I hate her because that is actually a valid argument compared to half of the ones we get in
It is a valid argument, and I hate how
quick.
quickly she put it together.
She's lying through her teeth. I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything.
But you can't prove
Wait,
that.
wasn't that in his mind?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Was she like an ESP ghost as well?
You're right.
Let's just keep adding on superpowers that Mia has.
She's gonna be joining the Avengers by the time this is over. Franziska Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think?
Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that Detective gets what's coming.
Oh
No! Hey, okay, hold on. Do you think Gumshoe would rather get a whipping or his salary lowered?
Well, look at what she says. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next salary discussion.
No! Poor Gumshoe getting whipped and a drop in his salary. Ugh, the worst.
In any case, this is a very big problem.
Very big, very big.
When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve.
Maya was knocked unconscious behind the screen, and so when it went through the screen, it went through her arm jacket sleeve?
Wait, it's possible someone else channeled the spirit, and that's what totally happened.
Oh.
I think it was Morgan.
Morgan was outside, we know that.
Yeah, and we know Pearl had the key.
It couldn't have been Pearl.
I mean, it could have.
However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none.
Mm-hmm.
The judge is confused by this strange twist of events.
Lana took the picture, it can't be Lana, period.
Yeah, that's also true.
This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright?
They went hard on the frickin' gun puns this
Well,
round.
Mr. Wright, you wish to blow your load? Very well.
Oh god. No.
Got it. Watch this, Maya. Tap.
Or don't.
Your
You need
Honor.
result.
There's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. Bullet hole was made later? Or it was
I am torn
shooter?
between bullet
I
made later
like the
and shooter is
shooter.
someone else.
It was someone else. Because the bullet hole was made later kind of... I don't know why that would matter. I like the shooter someone else.
Well, bullet hole was made later falls into it being a framing and a fabrication.
Yeah, but that's not what we're trying to prove. We're trying to... Like, the shooter was someone else. I feel like that's the way to
shooter is
go.
someone else.
Okay.
Yeah, the shooter's someone else. Tap! The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. Tap! That person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether, channeling or not.
What?
Order, order, order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Don't make me do it, you know I'll do it. Ow!
Oh, Abby!
The defense's argument is a complete mess.
A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us.
Hey, fitness! Which?
What? gal a favor?
Depends on the gal, but be quiet, you! You was the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room.
Well, you know.
If you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see.
Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... Ah! I swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest.
You see? Now wouldn't it be this, Mr. Phoenix, right? Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from?
Why is it lately all I want to do is cry?
Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions.
I'll say.
First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from?
Alright. That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix, right?
I can't believe that even me is calling me by my full name. I
now
feel
you're
like
in trouble.
I'm reprimanded, but I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this?
Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix, right? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now?
To turn things around? That's right. Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective.
Phoenix.
So, where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if, before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those contradictions were true...
It's the key is the key.
Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with.
I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is...
Maya left the room. Yeah, Maya left the room.
Tap! Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point. And the defense can prove this with
The key.
Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than a detective's salary.
Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left the room.
It's the key. It's the key. It's gotta be the key.
I don't see anything else that would work, so...
We go. It's the key.
Take that! Miss Hart, do you remember this key?
Well, I've seen it. Oh, hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Ma locked the door from the inside with that.
The defendant herself locks the door?
Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open.
Finally.
That key's the only one of its kind, after all.
Oh.
Oh, one of a kind, you say?
Wait, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Yes. It looks like she's catching on.
I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession?
Huh? What do you mean?
If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her.
Yes, agreed.
However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest.
Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it?
I got this as a present from a certain little girl. Tap, point, and that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time.
That's preposterous.
Tap, this means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you.
No!
It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant.
Is it Aini? But channeling?
Aini isn't a fae?
I don't think you have to be a fae.
You don't have to be a fae.
You're just really good at it as a fae.
Oh, maybe.
Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Miss Von Karma,
How can this be?
at this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible.
Woo!
My perfect case! How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case.
First
I'll
time
be your
for everything.
first.
And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you.
Well, your father lost to me, so
I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict.
And that's how
she
your father went to jail.
Understand.
That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Nice.
Wow, that was you, Pearly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice.
Oh, so she did it purposefully, unlike Maya, who just sort of has it happen sometimes.
Maya just gets possessed every so often. At this point, Pearl is kind of superior. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know?
I mean, yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that.
It's also like she gains like a good couple feet of height. Forget everything else. Like she goes from like 3 feet tall to like almost like 6 feet tall. Like she's tall, okay?
Feels like this tiny little girl next to you, and then all of a sudden she's towering over you.
Yeah, so I will say that I couldn't not notice.
Nick, I know you're trying real hard and all, but
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I really don't remember ever leaving that room.
And I believe that. And I believe that you're wrong.
And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room.
I'm not trying to convince you guys. I'm trying to convince the judge. Yeah, okay. Well, at least we have tomorrow, to figure things out, you know? We got that time. We could do it. Like, what happened in that room, for instance, you know? It was very important.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
Oh, I know.
I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick. Oh, thank
Wait,
God,
wait.
she's not even entertaining that.
Yeah, but you envy being in jail, Pearl. That's what you're saying. You envy being
If it
stressed.
means I get a dreamy boy trying to
And-
fight for me, then
No! Well, I guess that is
Well,
how Edgeworth did it,
that's
isn't it?
the Edgeworth vibe.
It is the Edgeworth vibe.
I knew you were both going to say it, and you both did.
We had
We
to.
want Rightworth. Bring him back.
It's canon. Do you think you could take Pearly back home for me?
Sure, I don't want her to walk freaking a
No,
2-hour
no.
train
Why
ride
doesn't
back.
she just Naruto run her way back? She did it the first time.
All right, Pearls. You ready to go buy some tickets?
Huh? A tick cat?
Poor thing. So sheltered.
Honestly, if you're so powerful that you can just run for hours, and that's what your penalty is for being sheltered, honestly, worth it.
Knowing how to use a train station or
Wait.
Naruto running for miles and miles. One definitely sounds superior.
So true.
Also, it depends on how long the Naruto run would take, right? Does it take 2 hours? How do I feel after it? You know, these are important questions.
You know how the
She
faster
felt
you move?
fine. She joined you in court.
Guys, you know how the faster you move, the slower
And
you
summoned.
perceive time? Well, if you Naruto run fast enough, then you don't actually see any time going by. You're like
No,
moving
no.
at the speed of light.
You might not perceive it, but it could still happen.
Yeah, but
Also,
that's when
I
you
don't know
get
when
there,
she
like,
started running. You know, who knows? Maybe she started running at like 4 a.m. to get here.
Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick.
You're welcome. I had to come and look into a few things here today anyway.
I thought about this a little.
Uh,
If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man,
nice. She definitely didn't though, whether he was nice or not.
yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right?
And that means there's a murderer in my
Yes.
house!
That murderer person.
Yes, Pearls, that is how it works.
Oh, I see.
I wonder what's wrong. She seems sad.
It couldn't be like there's a murderer in her house or something like that. Maya
Wait, I just
or
said that.
otherwise.
Yeah, it's not like I'm not terrified to live in my own house now.
All right, let's talk to Pearl. So, what did you think of seeing your first trial?
I was really surprised.
Oh,
I had never seen so many people before.
yeah.
And Mystic Maya looks so small and helpless.
Very Pearl-like.
Well, Maya's already naturally short, so.
And then that snobby woman with the ruffly clothes.
Roughly. Oh, she means Franziska.
She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. I am going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow.
I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world.
Please don't whip Pearl. Thank you.
Oh no, that'd be wrong.
I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of Ace Attorney. We play live once a week on Twitch and YouTube.
If you like what you've seen so far, consider giving us a like, commenting, or subscribing for more content and chaos from us.
The blue black. Wait, take two, take two.
Blatcher, is that what you were about to
Take
say?
two.